The first being the race to the bottom, right? And you're 100% right. What piece of advice can you get? And then the other thing that I want to touch upon is that trust building piece of it too. But what piece of advice can you give, our listeners out there to get around, or strategies to get around the race to the bottom?
Sure. So there's two things going on there. Or two approaches I would take: short term and long term. Short term is we want to, before you're already driving traffic to your site, or you're about to be, you need to provide the absolute best experience and absolutely work on busting people's objections. So, they're going to want to know, hey, is this in stock or not? At TH Motorsports, one of the clever things that the owner did was the tagline was "Your in-stock superstore." We didn't actually know of anything like that's just a tagline. You really had no idea if something was in stock or not. Mm-hmm. But that inspired people, that got them interested because you have no idea what you're dealing with. So more than ever, you want to over communicate in your product descriptions. Like, let's get all of the info that you have on that, display it to the customer, let them sort through it. Because you don't know what they need. State hey, this is, and on a lot of platforms, you could come up with clever ways to do this. But state if you order today, when does your order ship by? If I order today, when does my order arrive by? And you don't have to have it exact, but you can give ranges so they have an idea. Certainly, what a typical transit time is and shipping time, or at least you should. So over communicate, put that info in there. State yes, this is for real in stock. There's a lot of systems and platforms now that can display inventory. So if you have that capability, please do. Or say hey, ask, if you want to double check stock levels, you can always, contact us via live chat or call. And making yourself available will help with that trust. Have an 800 number. Again, one of the things I learned early on from TH Motorsports was just having a big toll-free number right in the header was a huge trust indicator. And people, I talked to people on the phone who'd say yeah, it's my third order. And I just liked that I knew I could call you if I had to. Yep. Oh, geez, that's great. So it just adds such professionalism. And there's no reason not, a toll-free number is silly now because there's no such thing as long distance minutes anymore. No. But it's a trust indicator. So a system like Grasshopper or whatever can let you get a toll-free number pretty easily. So it's short term is just on the website, over communicate to set expectations, right? And make yourself very available. So it needs to be very customer service focused. But if you have a big catalog, and a lot of people in the space do, work on how long does it take to get to a product? How easy can you make it? And the right answer is going to be either a vehicle fitment system, and that's where you can really compete with Amazon because they still struggle with this. Mm-hmm. You could borrow from Amazon, giant search bar should be in your header on desktop and mobile so that people could just start typing the thing they're looking for. Because these people are sophisticated. They may know part numbers. They may know a Brandon part. So make sure your search works with that. Invest in a good search with autocomplete. That's our short-term strategy. Long-term, I would focus on content marketing. If you're in this space, I'm assuming it's because you're passionate about it or working in it or are knowledgeable. So you want people to buy parts and maintenance items from you, make videos showing in your shop how you guys do that, right?
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
Sure. A great content marketing strategy would be make content videos out of what you're already doing now. So if it's all right, you're doing a brake pad change. I had to change the front brake pads on my F-150. I didn't think twice about that, but it's only because in the past I've been able to watch YouTube videos on it. So why aren't you doing the same thing? Hey, here's a video on how to do this. Here are the part numbers you need. Here are links to the parts. Boom. That goes in the YouTube description. So that's going to be inbound, bring people into the site. Then take that content, drop it into the description of every page that has one of those parts in it. Right. And make a landing page for it. All right. Now you've got that content on your site. So people are going to see, video content. Man, whether or not people play the video, it will still increase conversions because it speaks to that professionalism and trust again. And now we've got this SEO effort. So if you could just make one video about changing your brake pads, suddenly you have dramatically improved the customer experience and SEO and inbound marketing, and your content marketing. And so look for those things. Or like, especially if you're in a shop or you're working, just in that automotive space, there's always like customers who drop by with crazy shit. They're like, hey, check out my Pantera. We're going to do burnouts in the parking lot. Why are you not making videos of that and uploading it somewhere, right? Yeah. Like, I know that stuff's happening at these shops.
Right.
Share it online.
Yep.
The one thing that this generation needs more than ever, like, we have been marketed to more than any other humans on the planet. They crave authenticity. And I'm like, I know it's true. You know it's true. But I was just talking to the marketing director from Hoonigan, and that was his... they do the Gymkhana videos that have, Gymkhana 2 is 50 million views. I just looked it up. They said, just be authentic. Like, this is all just born out of passion. Just be real and authentic. That is all these people care about. That's like the kids, that's what they want. It's just give me something real.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I think a lot of